Previously on the classic Paladin adventure.
A humble dwarf stepped into Azeroth, armed with nothing but a rusty hammer, a righteous heart, and absolutely zero clue what he was doing. He smacked trolls, got lost in caves, and may or may not have insulted a yeti, but that was only the beginning. Now, the journey continues with more danger, more dwarfish wisdom, and probably more goats.
Well, I must confess that I am a dummy. Unfortunately, when I recorded my next video, I forgot to press the button to record my footage. So I came up with an idea. I am going to demonstrate what happened and how I killed my first big foe in WoW. So here is how I killed my first boss in WoW. Here is Stormwind and here is Goldshire. And of course me. I went straight to the Westbrook garrison to accept the quest to kill Hagar. Then I went south to find the beast that terrorizes the forest. After I found him, I raised my mace to the sky and with a precise move I smashed him in the forehead. Job done. Elwyn Forest is yet again saved and I can claim my reward. I leveled up and headed straight to the Westfall to continue my journey. And this is the story how I killed Hagar. Okay, so that was the important parts that I missed and wanted to share with you guys. I must say that I really enjoy playing Paladin. Was really not expecting to be this good, but so far the Paladin experience is righteous. Alright, so I want to tell you my chores for today. I really want to hit at least level 22 or above. Finish the quest in Loch Modan. Doing my Paladin class quests that are available. And getting into the Deadmines. And if the stars align, I'm going to Redridge to complete the elite quests. So I hopped on to do the Trog quests and my overconfidence took over and this happened. So for my next destination I went to killing more Trogs. I was really not looking forward to this quest because I kind of felt weak compared to the mobs. And trust me when I say weak, this quest took me at least 40 minutes. If not more, I had to put it on 5 times the speed because it took this much to kill one mob. After completing this cruel quest, I headed to complete some more stuff. So my next destination was these 2 elite quests. It is kind of a must-do, but alone it's near to impossible, and as a paladin it is required a group. Unfortunately, by the time I did the last quest here, I had just one compadre with me, and sadly I had to bail and leave the quest undone because no one joined, and the 2 of us was just not enough. So I took the Griffin back to Ironforge, learned some new abilities, and yes, I learned them all because I'm a paladin. I don't need gold for mount. And took the next Griffin to Westfall to finish my Paladin class quests for basically nothing. But still, in the meantime I got lucky and found a group for the Deadmines. I felt somewhat lucky because they wanted me as a DPS, not as a healer. So with all that said, I was ready for my Deadmines run in a long time. We took on our first big bad ogre with ease. Then we took on Sneed's Shredder, but was no match for our group of heroes. After we got to the goblin that most of us calls the cool ring boss, which of course he does not drop for me. After we took on Mr. Smite and hoped for the hammer to drop. But yet again I was out of luck, and for no one's surprise it did not drop. And finally we got to the big dog himself, Edwin Van Cleef, which he did nothing wrong, by the way. Not much I was needing for, maybe the chest. But other than that, nothing else. He always dropped some crappy items. And of course, when I was expecting some crappy item, the cruel barb drops. Typical. That is just my luck. I wasn't angry, but I was about to throw my window out in the window. As we made our way out from the dungeon, we took on the last mini boss of the dungeon, Mr. Cookie. We got him down. Yet again, nothing special dropped. Moving on. I did a few more run off camera after this, but other than getting some levels, nothing special dropped, not a single mace or ring. After I got to Redridge Mountains, I grouped up with some fellow adventurers to kill a boar, a big one, and after 10 minutes I got to show what a paladin is capable of.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Well, this did not work out the way I was imagining it. Turns out that this SOB is more powerful than I thought. But luckily for me, I had backup and managed to get the killing blow. After finally getting rid of this annoying quest, I went on to do Another annoying and gruesome quest, killing murlocs and gathering their stuff. I don't really know more painful quests than these, but for the sake of nostalgia I'll do them. I still need some more weapon skills and getting ready for the big dogs up on the hill. I was planning my route when I realized that I need to gather my forces before heading up the hills, because these orcs are no joke. So I finished killing the fishmans and headed completing my quest, and set sail to the orcs' territory, where I yet again felt the holy power flow through my veins and got a crap ton of overconfidence, which at the end grabbed me by the arm and pulled me back to reality. Well, as they say, another dwarf bites the dust. So before I jumped again into my downfall, I went on to do the Knoll quest, because silly me thought that this will be easier, and oh boy, I was wrong again. But I'm no quitter, and I don't step back from a good challenge. But luckily for me, this is classic WoW, and there are compadres in every corner. And yet again, my little dwarf ass was saved by a fellow gnome rogue adventurer. We had a little bit of struggling here and there, but we were fine. Luckily, my little gnome friend did good DPS. We took down every gnoll and finished the quest. And finally, I was ready for the final push. But this wouldn't be a Wreckonyze adventure without some hiccups. Somehow we managed to pull an entire army of orcs. But we managed to escape, and lucky for us, no one died. That's a win for my side. No added extra surplus for my repair bills. But honestly, this was a lot of fun. This little hiccup made a good suspenseful moment. After we gathered our forces back, we managed to break into the fortress without problem. So this was my very first interaction with the Horde, a level 60 scum who mass murdered us. But anyways, thank God he left and didn't stick around to farm us. Luckily we went onwards to continue our quest. If it wasn't hard enough, we had to keep watching our backs, because we've seen a few more level 60 hordes lurking around. But thank God we had no more shady shenanigans along the way. So after we've had our little recuperation, we've gathered up and managed the kill on the final big bad orc king, or whatever he is. But right after we got in trouble again. So after the grand escape, I managed to get back to the questing area and completing the first half of the zone. Luckily no dwarfs or his companions were harmed, and everyone escaped with both arms and legs. And I won't forget that warrior that killed us. I will take my revenge on him, even if I have to get through the dark portal. I will find you, buddy, and I'll smash you with your own hoof. Now I want to appreciate everyone's attention and thank you if you made it this far into the video. I really hope that I made some of you, if not all of you, laugh or at least smile a little bit. If you guys enjoyed, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified to don't miss on my next video, and maybe leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and please check out my latest video, which you will find it here. I wish you guys a wonderful day and see you guys on the next video.